You know, it's been an extraordinary election so far in terms of the excitement of women voters. They are paying attention, they are coming out, they are voting. We saw, obviously, in 2004, a continuation of the trend of women being disproportionately a part of the electorate, about 54% of the vote in 2004. And in the Democratic primary process, through all those nominations in the primary states, women as a percentage of the electorate went up in every single state. So women are paying attention, as I said, and they're caring very much. So any look at the political landscape really means that you have to take a long, hard look at the minds and motivations of women voters. And that is one of the things that we want to discuss with you today. We took a look at generations of women voters and where they are different and how they are very similar. And there are many, many similarities. One of the myths that has been shattered by the candidacy of Barack Obama is that younger voters aren't going to participate in the political process anymore. And obviously, he has been extraordinarily successful at turning out younger voters. In fact, when I met with him with the women leaders a couple of weeks ago, I congratulated him on the good work he has done on motivating younger women, particularly, to come out and vote. We will have some interesting information about those younger women voters. But I also want to make it clear, whether you're a younger woman or an older woman, disproportionately you favor the candidacy of Barack Obama. Right now he is doing extremely well with women voters, better than John Kerry and Al Gore did, up 12 points, and across the board is getting phenomenal support from women voters. There's another kind of mythology that kind of popped up in the course of the nominating process, that younger women, unlike us old feminists, weren't interested in the women's movement, didn't really think there was anything to do with sexism anymore, that all of a sudden the world was a different place. This poll shows that that is not necessarily the case. 77% of Generation Y women voters agree that sexism is still a serious problem for women. And if there's one statistic in all this polling that I like the best, and I'm going to stick up on the wall, it is that 83% of Gen Y voters think it would be better if more women were elected to office. So there is a lot of enthusiasm with younger women and women across the board for dealing with some of the issues of inequity for women in the workplace, building a women's movement, and electing more women to office. There's a reason, I think, there are many reasons why we see so much enthusiasm and interest in voting for women. And one of the things we have been struck by, both through the primaries and currently, is the level of anxiety and frustration as women grapple with the economy, worry about health care and what's going to happen if somebody in the family gets sick, obviously the safety and security of their families and themselves. And so I think there is a tremendous amount at stake for women. It is why they are going out and voting, and why it is so important that Emily's List Women Vote continue our historic work of reaching out and persuading women swing voters, and we're going to have a lot of conversation about that today, and mobilizing those younger women not only to vote at the top of the ticket, but to keep on going and vote for candidates up and down the ticket. But I think this one of the major stories coming out of this election after November is that women really came out. They voted in numbers that we haven't seen in decades. They wanted to change the direction of the country, and they voted to make that happen. So with that.